Okay. But as I was saying before, they used false testimony to convict me. Okay. They had me for conspiracy to commit Hobbs Act robbery, aiding and abetting, and 924C. The United States Supreme Court, as well as other federal appeal courts throughout the United States, have ruled that conspiracy to commit Hobbs Act robbery is no longer a crime of violence, and that the law is vague, and that it's unconstitutional, as well as aiding and abetting and the 924C. But furthermore, I never got caught with a gun. I never had a gun. I never used a gun because I didn't commit a crime. K. Jordan's videos clearly show I didn't commit no crime. I didn't take nothing from out the jewelry store. The second robbery, I wasn't even there. Right now, I'm pending what is called a 2255 habeas corpus petition that I haven't yet filed. I got until November to file it. And I've been looking for any lawyer that was pro bono so they can handle this case, because they can take this case with no problem and possibly be a part of the 1983 civil action against K. Jewelers franchise, because they know that I committed no crime against their employees nor their establishment. Brothers here that's in the federal system informed me about you and said that you was an advocate against wrongful convictions and racial injustice. So that's why I contacted you, so the masses of people can know what's going on. Because, people see the government, they feel like, oh, everything that the government do is right. Well, this prosecutor went to the extent of saying that I had law enforcement murdered. And I sent you all of the documents to show you. And I'm giving you okay to publish it or whatever you want to do to present it out there, because, freedom of the press is overwhelming, just like freedom of speech is, and what was done to me was wrong. And I'm sure if I was a white person, this wouldn't have happened to me. That's why I sent you other cases, whereas people was arrested for giving false statements to the FBI. And these guys, Malik Maynard, Christopher Brown, and Byron Sparks, they gave false statements to the FBI and nothing happened to them. They was found to be credible witnesses, and they're not credible, and they told lies. And if you call the Edgecombe County Jail in North Carolina and ask them, has I ever been there with Malik Maynard, they'll tell you no. If you call the Albemarle District Jail in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and ask if I was ever there with a Byron Sparks, they'll tell you no. See what I'm saying? Right. And the lawyer that I had on this case, H.P. Williams, he just allowed me to get wrongly convicted. So one of my issues that I'm raising on my 2255 habeas petition is ineffective assistance of counsel, erroneous jury instructions, prosecutorial misconduct, and a faulty indictment. Yes. I'm strong, but it's just an embarrassment of the fact that this is supposed to be a country of diplomacy, but they participate in wrongful convictions, and prosecutors just use their powers to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, unfortunately, the people that they feel like that's less fortunate. Right. Unfortunately, that is something that has been going on and still going on all across America, and I'm sure abroad as well. You definitely dropped a lot of information on us. Go ahead. But yes, you got it. So is there anything else you would like to ask me in reference to this? Yes. So it's a few things. So I know you make mention of, it's a lot of different things, but you made mention of this prosecutor. What's this prosecutor's name? The prosecutor name on this case, a white man named Robert Dotson. Robert Dotson. D as in for David, D as in for David, S-O-N. And the other prosecutor name was Daniel Smith, out of the Eastern District of North Carolina. They both were assistant U.S. prosecutors. Okay. So, I know that you talked about how these people that got, that testified against you, the places that they said that you were, it can be proven that you weren't there just from, from looking into the files of it all, that you were never at these facilities. So, who are these three people? Like, were they like known informants, or where did they even come from to have anything to say about you? No, these are people that I knew from the streets. Okay. I knew from the streets, but not like they wasn't no friends of mine.
Okay.
But it's just that wrong place. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Everybody was going out to Virginia Beach in July of 2018. And on my way back, these guys decided to go inside of a jewelry store. My co-defendant, whose name is Joey Chambers, he's at Bakersfield, FCI Bakersfield right now. He went inside there to look for some Jordans. And while I was waiting outside, I go inside the jewelry store to ask them could they fix something that was on my medallion that I had, because I wear a lot of jewelry. Okay. And these guys came in there. When they came in there and announced the robbery, I immediately lifted my hands up and left up out of there. Okay? There's several laws that says that, the prosecutor told the jury that being that I didn't call 911 and being that I ain't trying to stop the robbery, and he insinuated that I committed a crime. But I sent you case law which shows that there's no law in the United States that says that I have to call 911 or stop a crime if I see it being committed.
Right.
Okay? Now, the second robbery, I wasn't in the there at all. But, once the prosecutors offered these deals, okay, well, we're going to say Green did it. Charles Walker did it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, and the prosecutors know I was on death row before, so they figured, well, okay, he was on death row before, he got off death row, so we just gonna wrongly convict him for this. Being that he could beat that, we gonna on this. That's basically how that went. They say I was at a gas station. I dropped him off at a gas station, picked him up. Video surveillance showed that's a lie. And none of the stuff that I showed the lawyer, I told him, present this to the jury. He didn't present it to the jury. Then they said I was talking to a female named Bobby Mingo Baldwin in prison, and I was talking about the back room. He said the back room meant a jewelry store. The back room is a gambling spot in New York. And if you Google back room gambling den in New York, it'll pop up. I'm talking about basketball games on the phone, about robbery. And I'm telling him at my trial, that's the Rutgers game. They got Rutgers basketball in every black community in the United States, where blacks play basketball on the street, where some people put money on each man. Mm-hmm. So this whole case is just infested with racism and just corruption.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop on just one side of the dime. So I want to talk more about your legal representation. I know you said that there was things that wasn't presented. So, what was going on with your legal representation? Like tell us how it went down.
I had four lawyers. Okay. I had Laura Brennan from the Federal Public Defender's Office first. And then I had Kelly Green from out of New Bern, North Carolina. Then I had Kimberly Moore, a black woman from out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. The fourth lawyer was H.P. Williams out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. H.P. Williams was my trial lawyer. At no time did he present any evidence at my trial to show that these guys were lying at all. None. He just sat there. And I couldn't believe it. I felt he was doing this just to deliberately participate in the wrongful conviction. Okay, he didn't present no exculpatory evidence, nothing. Nothing to show that these guys is lying. All he did was just question it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't present anything for the jury to see to show that the credibility of these dudes was not believable. He didn't do none of that. Okay? No, when I told him to do the investigation and contact any New York police or anybody that knows black communities, that Rutgers is a basketball game that happens in every black community, he didn't do that. I told him to contact the New York Police Department. They'll tell him about the backroom gambling spot. Nothing in my conversations in the phone ever said anything about Gardner, North Carolina, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, no K. Jewels. Nothing about no robbery. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he wouldn't do it. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do none of that. So now that's one of my issues I'm going to be raising, ineffective assistance of counsel.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot with this, bro. So I'm looking at some of the paperwork that you sent me. Is there anything particular that I have that you want me to verify that you sent me?
Whatever you... Generally, anything that I've sent you, I haven't sent you what I sent to the United States Department of Justice. Did you get that?
Yes.
You got that, right?
Right. So what was their response?
An investigation for the Internal Affairs, right?
Yes. So have you heard anything back? Like where is that at right now?
Nothing. I've heard nothing back. I guess because I'm a black man.
Yeah, I'm looking at all of this. So you sent me, I have several pages where you taking the time to write out the different things. So, let me see here. Supreme Court. I'm looking. It's a lot, bro. Yeah, you made sure that you sent a lot of stuff to me too to back up everything that you're talking about. Go ahead.
Right, exactly. I want to show you the proof, show you everything. You know what I'm saying? You know how certain people, like the little boy who cried wolf, I'm not that. And I wanted to show it to you, so put it out to you so you see it. That prosecutor said I had police officers killed. If I had police officers and potential witnesses killed, my face would have been on every news channel in America. You know what I'm saying? And then who's the name of the police officer? When was the funeral? When was the killing? When did you know? These is prosecutors, and I let you see it. It's undisputed. And then I'm putting solitary confinement, isolation for 2.5 years. No mail, no phone, no visits.
All right, so let me go ahead.
What the military call it? The Geneva Convention Act. Even terrorists is treated given due process.
I know that there's video surveillance. Also, I want to make sure we reiterate that shows exactly what happened. Was any of this video ever presented at your trial?
They altered the videos. I have some documentation during the trial where they admit to it, the altering, saying that because to get to certain things, so they had to flip it. That's altered evidence.
Yeah, the phone broke up a little bit. Now repeat what you said. They said.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad signal, and I'm gonna have to cut it short. I'm gonna send you the transcripts of the trial where the prosecutors admit that they altered the video. They altered evidence in order so the jury can be able to see certain things that they want them to see. But the jury wasn't allowed to see everything of the video surveillance, because if they would have saw it, they would have saw that the K Jewelers employee, Tiffany Benny, she lied and said that I was inside the store when these guys is going through the showcase, stealing stuff out the showcases and putting her in handcuffs and putting her in the chair. I was never in there, but none of that happened on the July 28th, probably of 2018 in Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Okay, so when they chopped up the video, go ahead. What was you going to say?
That what you said? I'm listening.
You said they edited the video, so what did they show? Like, how did they edit it? Can you explain?
They just showed the robbery. They showed them guys coming in. They showed me coming in, and they showed me going out with my hands up. That's it. They didn't show nothing else.
Okay. Well, it shows that you left.
Right. It shows that I leave. It shows that I didn't take nothing. I didn't pull no gun. I didn't have no gun. I didn't have no bags. None of that. These dudes did that spontaneously. They didn't even have a bag to put the jury in. They used the Dollar Tree bag that the woman had in the store already that she went early to get some lunch from. This wasn't no planned robbery. These guys was just spontaneously done that.
And you just happened to be there, and they drove you up in it.
And I don't have nothing to do with it, so that's why I didn't participate in it.
Right.
That's why I sent you everything. It broke everything down to you.
All right. So I want to also make sure they understand that for the second one, you weren't even present. So,
wasn't there? Period.
And
this is crazy.
And how was that? Was that ever presented at the trial by your lawyer that you weren't even present?
Yeah, they testified that I wasn't there. They testified, and I guess because the lawyer wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, so I got up on the stand and testified. And I guess because they see that I was on death row before, that was just a cloud, a shadow cloud over my head. Every jailhouse lawyer that's here saying I shouldn't have got on stand, but I had to because the lawyer wasn't doing nothing. The van that they say, Byron Sparks said he sold me a van for $900, and I didn't have all the money to pay for it. But in the statement, he said that he seen me count $250,000 before, and then I sell kilos of coke. But here it is, I don't have $900 to pay for a crackhead van. DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicle, my State Farm Insurance Company, and Erica Thomas State Farm Insurance Company confirmed I've never had no Mazda van. Never bought no Mazda van. All I drive is BMWs and Mercedes-Benz and Infinities, foreign cars. Okay. Sincere Automotive Center in Greensboro, North Carolina, confirmed that all my cars get maintenance for them. I have never had a Mazda van. The North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles said I've never had no Mazda van. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did the DNA on this van and fingerprints. My fingerprints and DNA wasn't nowhere on this van or in this van. The government witnesses were. My lawyer didn't present none of that to the jury.
Okay, so tell us who's Christopher Brown.
Say it again?
Christopher Brown.
I didn't hear you.
The name Christopher Brown and Joey Chambers, who are they?
Joey Chambers is the co-defendant that went inside the sneaker store to look for some Jordans.
Okay.
He had nothing to do with the crime.
Okay, and who's Christopher Brown?
That's the guy that was a part of the robbery, and Malik Maynard was a part of the robbery.
Okay.
These are the guys. Christopher Brown is out right now. 2 armed robberies, 2 Hobbs Act robberies, 2 924Cs, and he's out right now.
Okay. So I got a question about, I know you said something about a 2255. What is that?
What?
What's a 2255?
That's a habeas corpus petition for wrongful, to vacate the sentence for being illegally obtained in prison. It's any lawyer tell you it's called a habeas corpus 2255 petition for immediate release. It's like when you're unconstitutionally held.
Okay, I got it. All right, so
And the state says it's like a MAR, motion for appropriate release.
okay. All right, so I know some people might be familiar with that. So what else do we need to know about this, bro? I want to make sure that I give you an opportunity to say everything that it is that you want to say and express.
I committed no crime. I participated in no Hobbs Act robbery. You know, a guilty man ain't gonna write the United States Department of Justice Internal Affairs and send what I sent you. Okay? They're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I done been on death row before and I know how corrupted the system is. Okay? I committed no crime. I had nothing to do with no robbery. I took nothing from K. Jewels. I'm even shocked that they would even allow this to happen, knowing that that makes them liable for a hell of a lawsuit. Because I didn't do anything to none of the employees. I didn't take nothing off their premises at all.
How long you been down, bro?
And I definitely need some attention on this case and everything. I swear I do.
We definitely gonna put it out there. How long have you been behind the G wall, just so we can make it clear for
How long
everybody?
have I been locked up?
Yes.
Since November 28th, 2018.
Okay.
And I got sentenced and I got found guilty December 11th, 2020. And the whole time I was on solitary confinement, isolation, no mail, no phone, no business. And I was sentenced to 411 months.
Okay. I know that you we definitely gonna get your story out there and get it spread. But my question is, what kind of legal assistance are you looking for? Do you need some? Like, what can we do to help you as a people?
If there's attorneys out there that do pro bono cases, as well as civil action cases, I even tried to reach out to the ACL, and they said that they was overstaffed. Understaffed. If anybody that can do 2055 habeas petition motions and know about this conspiracy to commit Hobbs Act robbery, or got experience in Hobbs Act robbery cases and cases, then they could give assistance to jump on this case and cover both of them. The lawsuit against K. Jewelers, as well as get me home to my 6-year-old.
Okay. Let the people know, and let them know how to get in contact with you.
Yes. And I thank you very much for this time, Jeremy. You hear me?
Yes. Can you verify your mailing address so they can get in contact with you, bro?
Okay. FCI Williams, you gotta put, my name is Charles Walker. My register number is 34654-057. The mailing address is FCI Williamsburg, Salters, Salters, South Carolina, 29590. 90. I mean,
And the P.O. Box is 340.
and the PO Box 340. Yes.
Okay. We're going to make sure they put this out, bro. I know that it's a lot that you're facing, but we're going to help get the word out there. Hopefully we'll see, like, it'll be a pro bono lawyer or somebody that'll be willing to step in that type of way. Is there anything else you want to drop before we go?
No, that's it. Because it's really like emotional, because it just builds my anger. It's my anger boils because I shouldn't have been here, you know? But I thank you for doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because if there was more people like you that, recognize what's going on, a lot of people wouldn't be victims of this. But I appreciate everything that you do. Okay?